It's time for the last race before we get to the Target Series chase for season number 6. We're here at Richmond for the Toyota Care 250, and on the pole is a driver who's outside the cutoff, 41 points out. Greg Lee in the 6, who's outside. Stephen Baker is on the cutoff. He has to finish second or better to lock into a spot. Then 30 of Gustavo Rocha, 4th Charles Robert, and rounding out the top 5, Diego Yepes. Joey Trickle in the 25 starts 6th. He finishes 8th or better. He's locked in. Jay Jefferson starts 7th. He has a win, and he's 95 points outside of the top 10. Eli Brighton 8th is 129 out. 9th, Johnny Gardner's just in. He has to finish second to lock in a spot, and Steve Larker rounds out the top 10. The rest fielders, Jake Cowan in the 19 with Sebastian Kuklon in the 20. Kuklon, if he finishes 5th or better, is automatically in. Then you have Trey Rainey and Colton Yo, who is 120 points out. Then you have Alex Stewart along with Justin Knight. Then there's Marshall Burrell and TJ Hanley. Along with William Stewart, he's one of the 4 that's locked in a spot, with Michael Canto in the 14, who is outside. They have Riley Sprague and Jennifer Buford. Then there's Jeff Bright and Isaac Nichols. They have Anthony Lehman and Code Luigi. Alexander Rowe. And then you have Carson Bowers. Along with William Bolin, he is 24 points out of the cutoff, with Michael Sanders in the 11. They have Andrew Miller, he's locked into the chase, along with Bill Steeman in the 98. They have Adam McDowell, who's 17 points up, but has one of the wildcard spots, landlines in the 90. Has to finish 34th or better to lock up a spot. They have Lawrence Palpine, he's one of them in. Jonathan Buford in the 41. They have Luke Ray, if he finishes 30th, Barry's locked in. Clint Thomas in the 5. Currently holds one of the wildcard spots, 49 points outside of the top 10 in points. They have Jonathan Wong. Danny Lloyd is locked in the 5 row. Max Anderson in the 99, with Matt Hamill in the 8. One of them with 2 wins as well outside the top 10. 2 is outside. That's our starting lap for the Toyota Care 250, last race before the chase. Let's get going with our starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
This is going to be a fun race here at Richmond. Last race to make the chase. Anything can happen here at the short track in Virginia. We'll see some beating and banging, some passes, and we'll see who comes out on top after 38 laps. Greg Lee trying to make the chase on pole. Stephen Baker trying to make it as well, too, is outside. They come off of 4 to see the restart. Lee, Baker, let's get going. We're racing at Richmond. Greg Lee wants to get around here and see 5 bonus points from in the lap. That could be big for him to try and make the chase. Off of 4, he's going to do it with the 2 Flex Seal cars behind him. Lee leads lap 1. The 0-1 in second. Diego Yepes up to 3rd. Here comes Jay Jefferson looking for either another win or try and get to the top 10 points. He's up to 4th, going for 3rd. Yepes grabs 2nd, the 0 car. And down the backstretch of the race, Lee still leads from the pole. Yepes right on his tail, though, to the inside look as they come off turn number 4. Yepes to the inside of the 6. And will lead lap number 2 of the event. Diego Yepes powers his way to the lead. And here comes Jay Jefferson. He's going for 2nd now in the 28. Joey Trickle there in the 25. Oh! Into the wall back there. Riley Sprague around goes the 19th. Galloway. Hill at the inside while Harvey Williams Seaman comes in up the track. Collects Adam McDowell and Lawrence Palapon. Carson Bowers as well. And the yellow flag is out. And we're wrecking that Jonathan Buford around. Some chase contenders involved. There's Matt Hamill in the 8. He's in it as well. The yellow's out. Yepes leads us back. And it's all changed here at Richmond. Let's see what happened. Galloway, the first to go around the 19. A lot of 3-wide racing here at the front of the field. It looks like William Seaman in the 00 kind of overdrives the corner up into Kukulon a little bit maybe. Oh, the 19 got loose off the corner. Galloway got loose down to the 00. Spins him around hard into the inside while Galloway goes. And then he slides back up the racetrack. The 00 is going to collect the 16. Or is the 19 is going to collect the 16 right here. Adam McDowell hits the 19 hard. Up the track he goes, gets Lawrence Palapon. Luke Ray drives through. There's Bowers and the 33 gang into it. And those are some big names involved. Adam McDowell, 17 points out of the cutoff. Now with damage and his 2 wins, could he not get the wild card now? If he falls below the 5 and the 8, and this could open the door for so many other drivers now. I believe the 8 hit the 00 as Seaman was getting back going. Palapon's locked in. Bowers didn't have a shot. Danny Lloyd was locked in. And then up ahead, Jonathan Buford gets spun by landlines. Remember, lines he's finished 34th or better. Jonathan Buford was 40 points out of the cutoff coming into the race. And Matt Hamill in the 8. You have him now with damage, possibly out of the race, as he hit the 00, it looks like. Yes, he did. Matt Hamill's 58 points out of the cutoff with 2 wins. He had to get ahead of the 5. Clayton Thomas misses this crash. Matt Hamill gets damaged, and does now he lose a chance at a wildcard spot because of this crash. And right here he comes up, he's trying to get going, and he hits the 16 of Adam McDowell. So many drivers with chances out or with damage. Yepes in the 0 leads us back to the caution flag, and will lead us back to the green flag as well. 13 laps to go. Once we get the green flag, Yepes out front the 0. Big storyline as Jake Galloway's out, but Adam McDowell finished 41st. He was 17 points out of the cut line and only had about 32 points over the 5 of Clayton Thomas, who has 2 wins. The 16 could lose a wildcard spot because of what happened, but we'll see what the 5 and the 8 do. They also have 2 wins, but if someone like the 28 wins again, or the 0-1, they could steal a wildcard spot. So Yepes leads. There's the 28, Jay Jefferson 2nd, Greg Lee 3rd, Joey Trickle 4th, Johnny Gardner 5th, Gustavo Rocha looking for a win 6th, Colton Yeo, Stephen Baker, TJ Hanley, Charles Robert round out the top 10. Restart lap number 9. We're back racing at Richmond. Green flag is out. Remember, Adam McDowell won this race earlier in the season. He won at Richmond, so he will not be able to sweep. Down the backstretch, look at Lee with a run. To the inside of the 28, he goes down the backstretch. He's pulling on the 0 of Yepes. And the 3 slides up, trying to take that line away from the 28 Jefferson. Here comes Joey Trickle on the 25. We said if he finishes 8th or better, he's locked in. He's right now running 3rd, going for 2nd. Johnny Gardner needs to finish top 2 to definitely lock a way in. He's doing good right now. The yellow is out, and it may have been for the 0-0 of William Seaman. He's once again off pace with damage. The drivers did take the caution flag. Yepes out front, and we'll see why the caution was called. Landon Lyons having a pretty bad night here at Richmond as Danny Lloyd, the 21, is up the track. Lyons kind of comes up and gets into him, and then they squeeze together, and around goes the 21 of Lloyd. Luckily, he's already locked in, and then Lyons kind of comes down, wipes himself out off of the 0-0 of William Seaman. Those two go around. Lyons makes some pretty hard contact with the inside wall. Same with Seaman. This is pretty big for Landon Lyons, which is at 34th or better for him. And now he has damage, but once again, with that 16 having issues, and maybe some of the other drivers, could be all right. We'll just have to see, though. It's going to be close for Landon Lyons. I think he should be fine because some of the others are not having spectacular days as well. So Yepes leads us back to the caution flag once again. He also leads back to the green flag. Restart lap number 15. Yepes still up front the 0 car. No new retirees off that crash. 40 cars to the left on the racetrack. We'll scroll through this slowly, see where you are. And up front, Yepes still leads. Greg Lee looking for that win in 2nd. Joey Trickle 3rd, Johnny Gardner 4th, Jay Jefferson looking for a win in 5th. Rocha the same there in 6th. Colton Yeo just needs something to go right 7th. Steph Baker right now has a great shot making the chase in 8th. Hanley 9th. Charles Robert rounds out the top 10. Restart time lap number 15. Yepes still out front. Can he lead them to the checkered flag? Into the restart zone they come. And we are back racing at Richmond. A great jump once again for the 0 car. Gets away from the 6 and the 25. Lee may have spun the tires. The A9 may have spun the tires of Johnny Gardner. 0 at the racetrack. The 6 the same there. Joey Trickle to the bomb lane. Moves underneath the 6 of Lee and down the backstretch. Will take the 2nd position. Inch ahead to corner number 3. Slides up in front of the 6. Barely gets up there in time. Here comes Johnny Gardner for 3rd. Jay Jefferson 5th, going for 4th. Meanwhile, Yepes still leads. Trickle does clear for 2nd. Gardner to 3rd in the 89 car. Here comes Jay Jefferson for 4th and maybe even 3rd as they come down the backstretch. Trickle up the track. Here comes Gardner to the bottom lane. Into the wall back there. The 3 of Anthony Lehman. Looks like he kept it under control, and we're still green flag racing. No, we are under yellow again. Yellow number 3 is out, and it is for Lawrence Palpon, one of them that's locked in. He crashes down the backstretch. Yepes once again back in front. 3rd yellow of the night. We're not even halfway through the race. We'll see what happened to Lawrence Palpon. Luckily, these two are already locked in. Andrew Miller and Lawrence Palpon at the battle of the back of the pack, and right here 39 and the 52 make contact, get together into the wall hard for Palpine. He spins around. Lyons gets through. That is some positions there, trying to get to 34th. Some others drive through as well, so hard contact for one of the top contenders in points, Lawrence Palpine. Luckily, he's already in the chase along with Andrew Miller, both of them that got damage in this crash. There they go around. Back in front, Yepes still leading here at Richmond. Another restart he'll have to deal with. Yepes is out front in the Toyota Care 250. Restart after halfway on lap number 22. Diego Yepes still leads. 2 cars have fallen a lap down. Danny Lloyd and Jonathan Buford. Lawrence Palpon 38th after that crash. And Landline's right where he needs to be, 34th. Luke Ray has finished 30th or better to lock away in. He's right now 29th. Joey Trickle right now inside the top 8. Johnny Gardner inside the top 2. Stephen Baker inside the top 10. Those drivers could stay in the top 10. Question is, who will get the wild card? McDowell out of the race in 41st. Clayton Thomas trying to march straight through the field. Matt Hamill has damage. Gustavo Rocha can win this race. Same with Jay Jefferson. A lot can happen here at Richmond to determine who makes the chase and who doesn't. Yepes, Gardner, Trickle, Jefferson. Your top 5. Baker, Lee, Hanley, Robert, and Arocha, the top 10, as we are back racing in the Toyota Care 250, and Yepes not a great jump like he has had the last few times. Can Gardner get to the inside turn 1? He's looking low as they come off turn number 2, down the backstretch. Can he get down there? It looks like he is down there. Off into turn number 3, Gardner to the inside of Yepes. He slides up the track, here comes Joey Trickle on the 25 through. 3 wide to the bottom to lead the lap. That's 5 points, that's a big move there. Because those finishing positions that they have to finish in, that does not include laps led. So if you lead lap, possibly you could finish lower and still make it. Gardner to the inside for the race, lead down the back. Jefferson pushing. Into 3, Gardner slides up. Here comes the 28 of Jay Jefferson, 3 wide to the bottom lane. He wants to lead. He wants to win as well. Stephen Baker there. And the 23 is on the cut line. But with a great race, he could stay above the cut line and make the chase. Jefferson clears down the back. Baker to second, and looking for the race lead in 3 and 4. Jefferson goes up the track. Can Baker get down low and lead the lap? Can Jefferson get the drag race to the line? Baker leads. Stephen Baker clears into turn 1. Here comes Colton Yo in the 2 looking low. Yepes in the 0. Yo to the inside. Down the back. There's some smoke in 1 and 2. No yellow. Colton Yo leads. Yepes, second. Baker back to 3rd. Here comes Charles Robert driving through the mess. He's 130 points out. He would need a win and a lot to happen. He's currently inside the top 3, though. And a win could definitely cure a lot of things. And how about Sebastian Kukulon trying to get up here and finish 5th or better? Yepes trying to clear Yo to get back to the race lead. The yellow's back out. And Yepes will once again lean back to the caution. 12 to go. And yellow number 4 has come out 4. Looked like the 18 was that Trey Rainey. It was Trey Rainey with a ton of damage. We'll see what happened. From the looks of this, Trey was trying to get down pit road on the 18, and it looks like maybe cut across the 90. Yeah, right there. Sideways, and then when he hit the 90, just did not make it in time. It hits the pit barrels hard, and that's what brings out the yellow flag. Oh, Code Luigi was blowing up. He hits the 18. I don't see the yellow lights yet, so I'm wondering if maybe something else occurred. Or if, yeah, I think the leaders were coming around, so then they threw the yellow. The 18 was still sitting there. So 2 more contenders out. No, they weren't going to make the chase, though. Code Luigi and Trey Rainey with damage. Yepes leads us back and he'll have to deal with the restart. Under 10 laps to go for Diego Yepes to try and win here at Richmond. 7 laps of racing to go on this restart. Diego Yepes has the lead once again. Trey Rainey, Code Luigi out. Carson Bowers 2 laps down. Danny Lloyd, John 3 still 1 down. This is playing perfectly into Land Lyon's hands. He's marched his way through the field up to 31st. And with only 35 cars in the lead lap, and Lawrence Poundpond very damaged along with Matt Hamill. Landline should be good as long as he doesn't crash out. So Diego Yepes leads. Colton Yo looking for a miracle in 2nd. Charles Robert looking for a bigger miracle in 3rd. John Gardner trying to keep his position along with Stephen Baker and Sebastian Kukulon. Jay Jefferson trying to get there and win. Same with Greg Lee. Isaac Nichols 9th. Joey Trickle trying to stay there in 10th. Restart. Could this be the final one? Will we get another caution? Will we end it under the yellow flag? Restart. Yepes leads. 7 to go. And we're back racing at Richmond. Yo spun the tires a little bit, but stayed pretty close to that 0 car. We'll see into turn 1. Yepes way up the track. Here comes Colton Yo to the bottom. Digging hard. Some contact sideways for the 2. Saves the race car. Keeps it side by side. Through 3. Colton Yo trying to get clear of Yepes off of the corner. Colton Yo leads with 6 to go. It's time to go. Gardner to 3rd. Here comes Stephen Baker trying to break his way through. Yo up the track. Yepes up the track. Here comes Johnny Gardner digging hard off the corner. Coming to 5 laps of racing to go at Richmond. Gardner slides up. Yo is up there. Stephen Baker looking low. The 23 is going to maybe make it 3 wide. 5 to go. A yellow flag would end it. Gardner gets away because the yellows come out for a big crash. Off of 4 and it's going to end it. Gardner's racing back, but no one else is. We're coming to 4 to go. That's going to be the race. Johnny Gardner is going to win it and advance to the chase. Gardner across the stripe with the win. As long as he doesn't hit anyone. As long as he doesn't hit anyone. Oh, he hit the 39. If he can save the car, if he can keep it out there, it'll be fine. He did hit Lawrence Palambon going. Carson Bowers out. Now, I saw Luke Rainey in that. He's driving away. He crossed the line, 35th. He should be all right. And we have to hope that Gardner stays on the racetrack now. If he comes down pit road, he's coming to 3 to go. That damage doesn't look too severe. Looks like he will keep down the racetrack. So Gardner should be able to win this race with that damage. But we'll see what brought the caution. It was a big melee off the corner. Hard racing, and Rocha knows he has to win this race to get up there. And he kind of slides up too much into Hanley. They make contact into the wall. They'll go to get Alexander on the 07. Hard to the wall there, and then cars down low. They'll spin it down to the inside. The 11, the 48, the 74, the 52, the 46, the 5, the 98 of Bill Seaman. There's more cars sliding, and look at the carnage involved there. The 22 in it. Where's the 90 of Landon Lyons? Was he got through it? Was he top 35? Top 34? It looks like he was. Scored in 25th. Thomas, Bullen, and all these others trying to get away from the big crash. Gardner did not take the caution flag. He raced them back. He should be able to win here at Richmond. We'll come back to the checker flag. Coming to take the checkers, Johnny Gardner is going to win the race and keep it in the chase. You see all the cars out from that crash. 35 cars on the lead lap, or left in the race. So Landon Lyons will be able to advance. He scored 23rd. He'll be in. Luke Rainey should be in 31st. But he had to finish 30th better, but I think he's fine because of all the issues McDowell and Bullen had. They should not be able to get there. Checker flag. A car has not made it. Checkers for Gardner. He wins it. It may have been the 6 of Greg Lee. I don't see Lee he is in pit road. I think he got scored 8th, though. I think he crossed the line already. So Greg Lee will be scored 8th unofficially. So my gosh, what a race. Caution to end it. Ends up on top, Johnny Gardner. Let's go check the finishing results and see who made the chase. Here are the finish results from the Toyota Carrera 250 at Richmond. There were 5 caution flags for 25 laps, and 8 lead change among 6 different drivers. Johnny Gardner wins the race under yellow. Colton Yo in second. Stephen Baker third. Diego Pez most laps led 26. Ends up 4th. Sebastian Kugelon 5th. Charles Robert 6th. Isaac Nichols 7th. Greg Lee from the pole 8th. Jay Jefferson 9th. Joey Trickle rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. Now as we look down 21st to 40th, we see that 28 cars finished on the lead lap. 35 finished the race running. Look down at the rest. Let's now go look at the points. Here are the points standings after Richmond. So your top 10 points: Andrew Miller, William Seaman, Danny Lloyd, Lawrence Palambon, Landon Lyons, Johnny Gardner, Stephen Baker, Sebastian Kugelon, Luke Rainey, and Joey Trickle have all made the chase for season number 6, along with Clayton Thomas with 2 wins, and Adam McDowell also makes it barely, as he was just above the top 20 in points. Lucky there, finishing 41st, but he's also lucky that Matt Hamill had his issues. If the 8 did not have issues, the 16 probably would have fallen out of the wildcard spot. Greg Lee, 57 points out. William Bullen, a good about 98 out. Colton Yo, over 100 out. Same with Jay Jefferson. If Jefferson would have won that race along with the Rocha, they would have been one of the wild cards. Look down at Hamill there, 5 points out of the top 20. Just a little bit off from the 16. See some more winners down here, and the rest of the points standings. So we look ahead to the chase. We'll head to Nazareth for the Gertrude Hawk 250. I'll see you guys then.